Hello, everyone. Ashar Khan here. I'm your host for today, representing PICS, Pakistan Information Cultural Society, and in our new live segment, which is Inspiration Online. In these sessions, we will have inspirational interviews with, about career, personal development, and life's big decisions. We will bring on air famous and non-famous people through whom we can take some learning tips. What's unique about Inspiration Online is that every episode will be a real life story. And today we have a proud father, Mr. Layon Lobo. He is a director of IPTV, Internet Protocol Television, and it was one of the first stream app in Pakistan. And with 30 plus year experience within, inside, and outside of Pakistan in the field of media, which is OTT, IPTV, TV, radio, and advertising. He is always seeking, challenges and opportunities for professional growth. And talking about the growth, we have Mr. Leon's daughter with us as well, Ms.Leena Lobo, who won a gold medal in Mechatronics from Zabist. So it is time to take some inspiration from both father and daughter. So let's have Mr. Leon with us. Hello, sir. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting us over on the show.
And first of all,
it's an honor to be
big
here with you guys.
congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It definitely is a very big achievement,
Wow. So what
And
was
this
your
is the first in our family, so yes, and it's
Yeah.
more special because we have the first engineer in our family.
Awesome, awesome. It must be a proud moment. I can
Oh yes,
imagine because
definitely it is.
yeah, I'm a father as well, so I can relate to this. So
Uh-huh.
what was your first reaction when you got the news that your daughter, she came in the gold medalist?
It was Christmas Day, and we were just overjoyed. It was a double joy moment because one, it was Christmas, 25th December, and it was the founder's birthday as well. And then on top of that, when you get such a news, it's the icing on the cake.
I can imagine. It's like the biggest Christmas gift.
Oh, definitely it was.
So, I mean, the next thing will be because this is very challenging for all the parents. So, what is your role in your children's education?
My role is basically, as a parent, we've got to provide them with the best of education that you can provide your kid. And the role is to ensure that they don't have a problem in receiving that. As a parent, it was my a daily job, to pick her up from the university, drop her off to the universities in the morning for classes, ensure that she's there on time. So sometimes you're a driver, sometimes you're carrying stuff, sometimes you're running around to get things for them. So it's more of a it's a model where you are involved in every aspect of their education, and you're trying to be a support to them, and you're trying to give them whatever you can give. I mean, it's an effort that you do. That's it. And the rest you leave it up to the child, for the child to study and get the best in terms of their results.
Absolutely, absolutely. Every parent has to be involved from day one in the career path of their children. And so, how about the consultation? Do you used to sit and guide which path she was supposed to take in her early education days, or you just let
Well,
her,
she
go?
did metric from science in the year 2014. She's been a very studious child, and she's been a position holder from school days. So that was something inbuilt in her. But yes, studies are not easy. My wife and her mom, like, सुबह के 4 बजे भी उनको उठाना पड़ता था, उनको 3 बजे भी उठाना पड़ता था पढ़ने के लिए शुरू में. मगर जब इंजीनियरिंग की तरफ आए तो then she studied all by herself, and it's sheer hard work that pays, and there is no shortcut to hard work.
Absolutely. It's like you reap what you sow, and now you're reaping the fruits. of your hard
Definitely. I
work.
mean, it is that way. I mean, you have to work hard to achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. Nothing comes
Amazing,
easy.
amazing. So, what is your message to all the parents?
My message to parents is, the best thing that you can invest into giving your children is education and quality education. If you've given them that, nobody can take that away from them. Education is something that nobody can snatch from you or take away from you. It's going to remain with you all your life. I had a good education because I studied from a convent school as well, which was St. Patrick's High School, one of the best schools and one of the oldest schools of Pakistan and in this subcontinent. It's a 175-year-old plus school. And we've had presidents and prime ministers studied from there. In the same way, you got to give your child the best of the best. I mean, my grandparents, my parents gave me that education from that school. You see, that was my foundation, and I build upon that foundation.
Mm. So inspiring. It's very inspiring, uh, exactly as the name of our show. And talking about all this, I cannot wait to talk to Miss Leena. So thank you so much, Mr. Leon, for all those tips and sharing your inspiration with us. Thank you
It
so
is a
much.
pleasure. It is a pleasure for me to be on, and be and if we can inspire children and their parents, I think there's nothing better than that.
Thank you so much. So, Miss Leena,
Hey, hello, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Welcome to the show, Inspiration Online.
Thank you for having me here.
The first thing is congratulations on being a gold medalist.
Thank you so much.
So the same question goes to you. What was your reaction? I mean, did you knew that you will achieve this? Did you had a plan from day one? Could you just
Uh,
could you picture everything, or was it a surprise?
I mean, it's always in the imaginations that you dream of something big, but when it turns into reality, it's like, you're shaken up like, OMG, this really happened for real. So it was like a dream come true for me. And I was basically crying the entire time out of happiness. That was the
Mm.
first time when I actually cried because I was happy. And I used to always tease my mother, why do you cry when you're happy? You have to be happy when you're happy. And then it was me who was actually crying. So it was like, okay, that was the first time I actually experienced crying because of happiness.
Wow, that is so inspiring. But could you explain in short what is actually mechatronics and how you end up in this field? And like your father said,
Okay.
you are a science student in your
Yeah.
matric.
So basically, mechatronics is a very vast field. It includes a lot of components in it, basically like electronics, mechanics, and computer programming, as well as electric stuff. So basically, it's not just one single thing; it's a merge up of a lot of other things. So in a whole, like you don't need to hire a mechanical, an electronic, and a computer programmer. All you need to is do is get one single mechatronic engineer because he has all the skills that all three of them will have. So it's like a
Okay,
sum up of everything.
so you're trying
So
to
and
cut all the employment.
not really, you can't cut off the employment because you can't actually take away what is yours. It's all
Exactly.
destined by God. So I don't believe you can cut off employment. If it is for you, then you will definitely get it.
That's so true. I'm just trying to take out as much as inspiration I can through these questions. So, coming back to your gold medal, and what was the secret? I mean, I always see in interviews people ask this secret mantra. So, it's my time to ask you, what was your secret? The success of this.
Basically, there is no big secret to anything. I think it is only hard work that pays you in the end. Hard work and motivation are two things that keep you going ahead in life. And you always have to picture the bigger thing in life, the victory actually that is ahead of it, and then you can get to it. So I think it's 99% hard work and that 1% of luck that actually plays, its part. And it's always God's will and a lot of hard work that you put in that will bring you the fruit of all the difficulties, the hardships, the hard work that you've done in life. So I think it's all hard work. But then always I say that, it's luck, because, you don't know what comes in your way, and there are hurdles and everything. So I think it's basically all of this only.
What do you
I've
think
hard
about
work. Yes,
right?
yes.
When you talk about hard work, I'm thinking about what is the difference between hard work and smart work? Because anybody can
Yeah,
do hard work.
no, not all can do hard work. I assure you that, because hard work requires a lot of patience, and you have to deal with it. You have to be smart to get to things. But then if you're not willing to work hard, then I don't think you can get to that stage in life. Not all of the things come with through shortcuts and everything. You have to actually choose the longer route, and it's actually the more fruitful one, because you know that you've dealt with all of this hardship, and that is what brought you to here. So I think it is what it is.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, who do you give all your credits? I mean, for your success.
I would give all my credit to God and my family, of course. I used to have those late night crying sessions, because
Hmm.
obviously you do get those one, two subjects that are a bit tricky, or the teacher who's really harsh on you. And then when you end up all, demotivated, then you've got your family behind your back. So, they're always the one who are actually behind everything. So I would give all my credit to my family. My sister used to sit with me all night long, and she used to console me, it's okay, it will eventually end. So I think motivation through because of your family is what keeps you driving further and further.
That's correct. That's nice. So, coming back to these, important questions, I got as well from one of the followers of Pix that uh, how much time did you spend or do you spend in your studies?
It's a lot of time. I don't really calculate how much time I spend, but it's a lot of time during those extra free lunch hours at the university, or during those free periods. And then in the morning, in the night, even I remember I had a paper one day, and it ended at like 6:30ish. So I got back home like 7. And then I had a paper the next day at 8:30 sharp in the morning. So I had to wake up the entire night just to revise my entire syllabus, because 4 months syllabus in one night, it's really difficult to cover up, even if you're just revising it. So it was a lot of time, of course.
Wow, I remember my school days now.
But I think that
What
in
is,
between of
yeah,
your
go ahead, go ahead.
in between of these studies and all, you should not forget to actually keep that part of enjoyment in life. Otherwise, you don't get that thing that, yeah, हमने तो काम किया लेकिन जिंदगी में enjoy ही नहीं किया. So I think you should even have those little bits of enjoyment in life. So basically, I think, yeah, it is.
Yeah, and it has to be balanced because that is very important. That is my next question. That apart from your education, what sort of extra co-curriculum activities that you do?
Apart from my education, I love to travel a lot. So basically, I like to travel. I like to visit places. During my university period only, I went to Dubai once. It was one hell of an experience. It was amazing. And I like to watch TV also. Entertainment is really good for your brain, I think. You have to trick your brain into thinking that you're not just working, you're even actually on the enjoyment side. So I think, yeah, entertainment is really important in life. You have to, and it's apart from all this, I think going out with friends and then hanging out with people, reading about books and inspirational things is also very important. So I like to read about a lot of people.
Nice. Do you schedule your activities? Do you
Yeah.
schedule your routine? You like sleep time, your education, your enjoyment, entertainment,
Yes,
or you just
during
go with
those
the flow?
No, no, no. I don't go with the flow. During those 4 years, I had really strict schedule for myself. I used to keep a balance of everything. I mean, during from my university hours to my lunch sessions, everything I had kept minimal time for it. So yeah, it is all about schedule. You can't just go with the flow at times, otherwise you will get out of the track.
The balance, like you said, is very, very
Yes,
important.
it's very important in life if you want
Anything
to
of
achieve
too
what you
much,
want.
yeah, yeah. So, what do you want to achieve? What's your ambition in life?
Ambition in life, I think all of everybody wants to be famous or powerful, or get a wealthy account or something. I think that what I want in life is actually happiness. Give my parents what they actually deserve, get myself a bit financially stable, and then just roam around the world. That is what my ambition in life is.
Wow. So take a degree in mechatronics and roam around the world with happiness.
Yes,
What is your advice to all the females, all the women in Pakistan?
I think that out here the education level for female is very low. So I think you should encourage them to study because, like you say that आदमी तो सिर्फ घर को चलाते हैं मगर औरत ना आगे की नस्ल बढ़ाती है. So I think कि if you educate a female, you would basically educate the entire family. Female role is very important in life. My mother, being an educated person, always made sure that her children were studying and we got everything what we asked for. So I think female education is very important. I would tell all the females out there that you should study no matter what.
Exactly. I mean, this is so true, and this is so real message.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you want to share to let people inspire from your life?
I would say कि, study hard as much as you can. Also enjoy in life because you won't get this time back. I mean, at the age of 40, you wouldn't want to play and enjoy. I think so. You should keep a balance of everything and then just keep going. Don't quit. This is the main thing. You should not quit. No matter how hard things get, you have to always just keep thinking that this all will end one day and you will actually get the victory that you want. So just keep going further and further and don't quit no matter what.
While you were talking about the low opportunity for women in Pakistan, is there anything, that is coming in their way? Is there any hindrance in women's education in Pakistan? Is that what you're saying?
I think it's basically the mindset and more of the cultural things that are actually affecting it. Basically, if you see in the villages and all, they really don't educate their women out there, and therefore you've got a backward mindset. So I think if you educate people, you will actually remove that barrier of thinking negative about things and about thinking यार कि ये तो औरत है ये क्या कर लेगी इसका काम तो सिर्फ घर में रोटी बनाना है. That's not the case. You can
Mhm.
even see that there are millions of women out there achieving what they want in life. So I think that cultural background and mindset is what affects everything.
Right. So are you talking all this because of your experience in university? So tell
Yes.
me what was your experience in your educational life? What was your personal experience, and what do you believe apart from that as women usually experience?
I think women do face a lot of hardship from everything. I mean, on the roads, you're not safe from catcalling to getting harassed, everything. But university made me feel that, you are strong enough to be who you are. You don't have to actually be afraid. Go out in the world and face your difficulties with all your strength, and God is there with you. So it's all good. So I think in the university, yes, we've got various cultural background people. We've got people from villages. I had students, my fellow colleagues who were in the university who were from village backgrounds. So they told me that it was very difficult for them to get till here, but then they made it here. So I think if they can make it till here, then everyone can make it to their own destination.
Absolutely. And now you are one of the inspiration for a lot of women out there, and everybody
Uh,
who is watching this show. I'm sure that they can take a lot of inspiration from you as a daughter, as a woman of as a youth of Pakistan, and from your father as well, for being that guide, for being that the consultation authority to provide that the path to their children. So there was a lot of golden nuggets in this live session. Thank you so much for both of you for having, coming up and joining us on this live session and sharing your story.
Thank you so much.
And in the last, before I summarize everything, when you were talking about the woman has to be equal, has to come up, and it's so important for the society. And if I'm wrong, then correct me, but I remember one of the famous quote of our founder, our father, Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. And his famous quote was, no nation can rise to the height of glory unless your women are side by side with you.
That's
So
true.
yeah, so there is so much to take from this, one line, and it is so deep and it is so important for our future, then I hope that everybody who is watching today's inspiration online, they can share with their dear ones, they can share with the right people, to give them hope, to give them inspiration, to show them that anything is possible with, like Miss Leena said, hard working. Thank you once again. Thank you so much for having us. And we will come back live again with another inspirational story. But before we end this amazing live segment, take a minute and go deep in your mind. Listen, think about everything that Mr. Lubo shared, Miss Leena shared. Think about all the advices and all the learning tips that you got. Try to absorb them and make a decision today. Make yourself promise that whatever the challenges, whatever the hindrances, you will take whatever it gets to do the hard work. Let's take an oath today. And in this video, which is coming up, I want every one of you, everyone who is in this education field, thinking that it is challenging, thinking it is, it is impossible. Take an oath today that whatever it takes, we will go, we will move forward, and we will make Pakistan bright. Let's take an oath.
I, as a graduate of Zabist, solemnly pledge to carry out my future academic and professional life with honesty, responsibility, and integrity. Safeguard the interests of Pakistan and of society. Work without any discrimination and prejudice, and strive to create a tolerant society and a sustainable economic and social environment. I take this oath solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Allah bless you all.